Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs of 29th and 30th of June. The infographics used in our current affairs series are uploaded on a Twitter account. You can check the link from description box or from the pinned comment. You can also subscribe to our GK Today Hindi channel for Hindi current affairs. Which Indian sportsperson has been bestowed an honorary doctorate by IIT Kanpur? Right answer is Mr. P. Gopichand. So, India's chief national badminton coach, Mr. Pulela Gopichand, has been bestowed an honorary doctorate by IIT Kanpur. If we talk about few other IITs, recently IIT Kharagpur was in news as Ministry of Shipping has signed an agreement with IIT Kharagpur for setting up Center for Inland and Coastal Maritime Technology. Apart from that, IIT Madras was in news as IIT Madras has been ranked as top institute in overall category as per the latest edition of NIRF. NIRF stands for National Institutional Ranking Framework. It is an initiative of Ministry of Human Resource Development, and as per this ranking, IIT Madras is the top institute in overall category. Apart from that, recently QS World University Ranking was released. As per this ranking, IIT Bombay is India's top institute and globally it is on 152nd position. The ranking is topped by MIT. Who is the head of working group to revise current series of Wholesale Price Index? Right answer is Mr. Ramesh Chand. So recently, Union Government has constituted a working group for revision of current series of Wholesale Price Index under the chairmanship of Mr. Ramesh Chand. Now answer in comment box who publish Wholesale Price Index in India. If we talk about few other working groups and committees which were in news recently IRDAI and NHA formed a joint working group to curb frauds in Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, and this joint working group is headed by Mr. Dinesh Arora. Apart from that, recently Dr. K. Kasturirangan led committee has submitted draft national educational policy to new HRD Minister Mr. Ramesh Nishank. On the other hand, recently Union Cabinet approved 2-month extension to Committee for OBC Subcategorization. This committee is headed by retired Justice Ms. G. Rohini. The committee was constituted under Article 340 of Indian Constitution. On the other hand, recently Government of India constituted a committee to review the existing marketing structure in LPG marketing in India, and this committee is headed by Mr. Kirit Parikh. Which state government has decided to set up Vedic Education Board? Right answer is Rajasthan. So recently, Rajasthan government has decided to set up Vedic Education Board and Culture Board. This board will help future generations to take inspiration from Vedic culture, traditions and values. If we talk about Rajasthan, it was in news recently as Rajasthan Chief Minister Mr. Ashok Gehlot banned distribution, advertisement and sale of e-cigarettes, that means electronic cigarettes. The decision was taken on the occasion of World No Tobacco Day, that is 31st of May. Rajasthan was also in news as recently Rajasthan's Medical and Health Department has been selected for WHO award for the contribution in the field of tobacco control. Now WHO stands for World Health Organization. Rajasthan was also in news because of Aapki Beti scheme, under which financial assistance is provided to the girls living under BPL. BPL stands for Below Poverty Line, and recently this scheme was in news as Rajasthan government has increased the financial assistance. Rajasthan was also in news because of Chief Minister Yuva Sambal Yojana. As per the provisions of this scheme, unemployed youth having graduation or equivalent degree will be given unemployment allowance by the state government. Rajasthan was also in news as the first edition of world's first exclusive women's cricket magazine, Cricket Zone, has been released in Rajasthan in Jaipur. Vijaya Nirmala, who passed away recently, was the veteran personality of which field? Right answer is film industry. So Miss Vijaya Nirmala was the veteran actress and filmmaker, passed away recently in Hyderabad. If we talk about few other personalities who passed away recently, recently Mr. Madan Lal Saini passed away. He was the member of Parliament of Rajya Sabha for Rajasthan. On the other hand, Mr. Mohan Ranade passed away. He was a freedom fighter. He was from Goa. Apart from him, Mr. Rajnath Singh Surya passed away. He was former Rajya Sabha member as well as a veteran journalist. And Mr. Girish Karnad passed away. He was writer, actor and a public intellectual. And Mr. Crazy Mohan passed away. He was the scriptwriter for Tamil films. On the other hand, Mr. R.V. Janakiraman passed away. He was the former Puducherry Chief Minister. The 2019 Singhey Khababs Sindhu Festival was held in which of the following states? Right answer is Jammu and Kashmir. So in Ladakh region of Jammu and Kashmir, Ladakh Singhey Khababs Sindhu Festival was celebrated on the banks of Indus River. If we talk about Jammu and Kashmir, it was in news as recently Sindhu Darshan Festival was celebrated in Leh region of Jammu and Kashmir. Apart from that, Mr. Satyapal Malik is the governor of Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir was also in news as recently Mela Kheer Bhavani was celebrated in Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir was also in news as recently Union Home Ministry set up a terror monitoring group to take action against terror financing and terror related activities in Jammu and Kashmir. The state was also in news as recently Jammu and Kashmir government ordered creation of third administrative division in the state, and Ladakh is the third administrative division after Jammu and Kashmir. Who is the current chief of RAW, that means Research and Analysis Wing? Right answer is Mr. Samant Kumar Goel. So recently Mr. Goel has been appointed as the new chief of Research and Analysis Wing. RAW is an external intelligence agency of India. His appointment was approved by Appointments Committee of Cabinet, and this committee is headed by Prime Minister. On the other hand, recently Mr. Arvind Kumar has been appointed as Director of Intelligence Bureau. Intelligence Bureau is the internal intelligence agency of India. If we talk about few other appointments, recently Lieutenant General Mr. Faiz Hamid has been appointed as new Director General of ISI. ISI is the intelligence agency of Pakistan. On the other hand, Mr. K. Natarajan has been appointed as new Director General of Indian Coast Guard, and Mr. V.S. Kamudi has been appointed as new Director General of Bureau of Police Research and Development, and Mr. Rabi N. Mishra has been appointed as new Executive Director of RBI, while Mr. Sun Wedong has been appointed as new Chinese Ambassador to India. Who is the President of Federation of Indian Export Organizations? Right answer is Mr. Sarad Kumar Saraf. So recently, Mr. Sarad Kumar Saraf has been elected as new President of FIEO. If we talk about FIEO, it is Federation of Indian Export Organizations. That means this authority is to boost the exports of India. It was established in 1965. It was formed by Union Ministry of Commerce and Private Trade and Industry. If we talk about Commerce Ministry, recently it was in news as Appointments Committee of Cabinet approved extension of Mr. Alok Vardhan Chaturvedi as DGFT. DGFT stands for Directorate General of Foreign Trade, and DGFT is under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The ministry was also in news as recently DIPP under Commerce Ministry has been renamed as DPIIT. That means Department of Industrial Policy and Promotion has been renamed as Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade. So now both internal as well external trade will be under Ministry of Commerce. Previously, issues related to internal trade were under the domain of Consumer Affairs Ministry. Apart from that, Commerce Ministry was also in news as recently Mr. Surjit Bhalla Advisory Group submitted its report to Commerce and Industry Minister, and this advisory group recommended that government should create elephant bonds. These bonds will be for infrastructure projects, and in these bonds, people declaring undisclosed income will be bound to invest 50% of that income. India has signed $400 million loan agreement with which international organization to eliminate TB, that means tuberculosis. Right answer is World Bank. So recently, India has signed a loan agreement with World Bank to eliminate tuberculosis. If we talk about TB, every year on 24th of March, World TB Day is observed to spread awareness. Answer in comment box what was the theme of World TB Day this year. If we talk about World Bank, it was in news recently because of Financial Sector Assessment Program. This program has two components. One is Financial Stability Assessment and another one is Financial Development Assistance. So this development assistance component is handled by World Bank, while Financial Stability Assessment component is handled by IMF. IMF stands for International Monetary Fund. Apart from that, World Bank was also in news as recently IMF and World Bank have jointly launched a project called Learning Coin. This project will help these organizations to learn about the merits of blockchain-based coin. Apart from that, World Bank was also in news as recently it released Migration and Development Brief Report. As per this report, India is the world's top recipient of remittances. India is followed by China, Mexico, Philippines and Egypt. Apart from that, World Bank was also in news as recently Mr. David Malpass has been appointed as new president of World Bank. Go Tribal campaign is associated to which of the following issues? Right answer is this campaign has been started to promote use of tribal handicrafts. So recently, Union government launched Go Tribal campaign in New Delhi to promote the use of tribal handicrafts and natural products. So during this event, Tribes India and Amazon launched Tribes India products globally through Amazon platform. So with this collaboration now, tribal products will be available in US market and therefore now it will be helpful in better marketing of our tribal products. TriFed is the implementing organization. TriFed stands for Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India Limited. It was established in 1987 and it is under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. TriFed also launched Tribes India. Tribes India is the brand name for the marketing of tribal products, and this Tribes India and Amazon collaborated so that Indian tribal products can be available globally. Now answer in comment box who is the Minister of Tribal Affairs. On which date International MSME Day is celebrated? Right answer is 27th of June. So on 27th of June, International MSME Day is celebrated and the theme was Big Money for Small Business, financing the SDG. SDG stands for Sustainable Development Goals. If we talk about MSME, recently RBI appointed a committee for the revival of MSME sector and this committee is headed by Mr. UK Sinha. So these were the most important current affairs of the day. Thank you.